Hey, what's up guys? Been here, coming at you with another video. Today I have got you a tier list. It took me a little while to sort out, but I wanted to get it out today, just the day after the update. Try and talk about a few of the units. So we have some buffed and nerfed units. The nerfed units was the lawnmower. That got a slight nerf to its damage, I believe. The corn got a giant nerf, so as you can see it's dropped from S to A. And the Pyro Petal, I believe, got a really good burn buff, so that's kind of like high A now. It's a very useful unit. I believe that's the only buffs and nerfs that they've done. People think that they've nerfed the Beehive because the DPS has gone to a 2000, but I think that was just a visual bug that it was on 3000. So, yeah. So at S with the new units, we've got the Hell Root. The Hell Root came out obviously yesterday. It's pretty much already gone now. If I show you my screen, if you look like down here, it's just gone already. That's where you got to be quick with these now, because everybody just gets them as soon as they can. But yeah, it's a AoE unit with burn. I can probably show you on my screen here actually. It's a yeah, so it does AoE burn with an 8 radius with 34 range, and you can place 3 of them. So the DPS isn't really the crazy part about it. It's more like the burn that it applies as it goes past, and it's got, you know, it's a really good unit. So if you got it, then good stuff. If you haven't got it, I'd suggest you try and get it. I don't think it's going to be like overly valuable, a bit like the Blossom. It'll probably be worth nothing if I'm honest, like in a few weeks from now, like maybe 1,000 at best. But yeah, other than that, from S, no really big changes, I believe, other than the corn getting stupidly nerfed. I don't know why they did that. It just seems like it was a good starting unit for people, and they just thought, okay, let's just nuke it. So yeah, no corn, no good. So if we look at A, yeah, Pyropetal got a nerf. The Rafflesia flower, that's a flower that you can place that has no radius. So, as I'll show you again here, the Rafflesia, we'll just look at the gold one. So it has a 1000 DPS, but it has no range at all. So, it's not a bad unit, especially if you're in like Endless. But I've heard that after a while it like breaks or removes itself or dies, which means you have to, because it is a trap unit, so it will just disappear. So you have to keep replacing it. So that's kind of the reason why I've not put it in like S or anything. I think it's like it's a good niche unit, but most of us or me, I'm not going to keep replacing it every X amount of seconds. I just can't be bothered. So I'd rather just not do it. But it's not a bad unit. Other than that, no changes to Golem, no changes to Banana. Corn got a huge nerf. Like, it was actually quite sad what they've done to this unit. It went from what, a 1250 DPS to, where are you, to 750. It just completely halved everything about it. And now, if I accept friend requests, it's pretty much always a corn, because people just don't want them anymore. All this. So yeah, it's a rough one. Not great that they've done that. Everything else is the same on there. I put the pesticider in there. That's a new unit you get from the map over here. So you get the pesticider from this. I've already put out a video on it. I might even put out a video on how you can like carry other people with it. But as far as I know, this unit applies toxic to units, and I think that allows them to take double damage. But that is some like the reason I've put it in low A is because it's something I still need to mess around with. Again, I don't have 100% information on some of them, and that's one of them. The pesticider is just, if it does put on toxic and does give a damage increase, I actually think it'll be a pretty useful unit. Which is good because all the human units seem a bit useless at the moment. Then we have Inferno Stomp is still the same. We've got the Lemon Tree. The Lemon Tree in my opinion, I kind of compare it a bit to the palm tree, which I guess is the whole point, is it is a tree. But the lemon tree is just AoE, so it's got very similar damage, very similar range, but this is more AoE, so it's a super similar unit. I've only put the palm tree above it because I just have a soft spot for the palm tree. It's a unit I still use to this day because of how good it is, but you could easily put the lemon tree above the palm tree as well. It's just one's a single target, one's AoE. I think I would put the lemon tree above palm tree, so that's probably the only change I'd make. The dandelion after is 180 DPS with a 30 range. It's nothing crazy. It costs 1,000 gold to play, so I mean you won't really be using it much if I'm honest. You've got a bunch of better options, so just don't really bother. And then the blueberries behind it are 214 DPS but 20 range, so the blueberries have high DPS than the dandelion, but the dandelion has 10 high range, which means it's going to hit more, which means it has more DPS. Other than that, there's nothing else on B. C has been kind of left alone. D has been left alone. The probably best and most shocking part, which I realised when I was trying to sort out this tier list, was the cabbage. So the cabbage has 210 DPS at 20 range. So I was trying to figure out if this was better than the electric beetroot, which I don't think it is. I think the electric from it allows it to hit multiple and like things behind it, and that's why it is better. But this cabbage is insanely good. If you don't have the electric beetroot, I would 100% use the cabbage. It's really good. I don't understand why it's so good. I think they were trying to add a kind of like a starter version if you didn't have beetroot, and I think they did a good job with it. Because I think they're very close in actual strength. So, and just with the cabbage, you can get it from the if you head over here, you can get everything that you need from the new update here. So the cabbage here, and then you got all the petal rays and everything. Oh, and I missed the petal ray. So we also have the petal ray S. This unit is insanely good as well. It does 2500 DPS. I apologize, we keep taking the tier list off and on, but I'm trying to at least show you the stats and how I'm thinking it. So it's 2500 DPS at 35 range, and I think you can place like 4 to 5. So it's like a easier to obtain Blossom Barrage, but the unit is so good, it's unbelievable. I think that might be what they were trying to replace the corn with, because you know you can see it here, 42%. Like you must try and get this. Like you have to try and get one of these. I believe it cost me 50,000 seeds, which is weird because this costs 75k. So this costs 75k, this costs 50k. Try and save up 50k and get this, and you'll be having a great game. It's super good and super useful, and as you can see, I put it in S. The only reason I didn't put it above Hell Root is because it's got AoE and it's got burn and all that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Again, I apologise for the raspy voice. I am now much worse than I was yesterday, but I at least want to try and get a tier list out either way. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.